hear that theme, and how can you not get excited? Hello everyone, and welcome to Jaws Unleashed. And I'm so excited to be playing this on the channel. It may seem like a strange choice for the channel, but believe me, I'm going somewhere with this. See, this might be one of the earliest examples of a game that I found just unnerving to play, through no virtue of anything that's happening in the game itself. But we'll get to that in a second. I actually, like a victim trapped on a raft as a shark circles, I have to keep shredding water, aka moving between menu options so it doesn't trigger a cutscene. So let's just start a new game and see where this goes. A new game, Library. Yeah, why not? Would you like to create a save profile? What was this for? Here we are. And as you can see, unlike the movie of the same name, we are not joining the hunt for a killer shark. We are the shark, playing as a 3-ton great white as we do great white stuff like this. Look at that gore. Look at those teeth. Look at this movement. Now, I should start by saying that as a kid, I was super into marine life, and sharks especially. With a recent playthrough of Subnautica, I'm sure you can tell that some of that interest has definitely carried over. Get back here, you. You're not the king of the ocean. Press B or the left mouse button to bite prey. Okay, I think I can do that. There you go. Look at you being a little small fish. Now, as a kid, this was probably the first game that I actually followed the development of. I was super excited for it because I was so into marine life and sharks in general. Announced all the way back in 2004, and unfortunately due to many delays, not being released until 2006. I was devastated that it kept getting pushed back. Unfortunately, the cutscenes don't seem to be displaying correctly right now. Probably my fault for trying to play this in a modern resolution. But that's okay, because the real meat of this game, the real chum in the water, is not the story, but the free roam. Because at its core, what this game really is, and what I really wanted, is a screw you, I'm a shark simulator. Yeah, you get out of here. All these seals, they run when I show up. Gotta get used to the controls a bit. But look at this. Look at this gore. We've got half a seal stuck to the bottom of us, bleeding all over the place, and we can click off screen. Look at those dead eyes. Eyes black as pitch like a doll's eyes. Hold down C or 7 to fill your charge attack, and release to perform this move. You can headbutt objects using this technique. Try it on the boat. You will earn points from destroying property. Yeah, you earn points by causing havoc, which you can use to put into upgrades. Not that you'll turn into a rocket ship and start firing missiles, which I always liked about it, that it didn't get too insane, but, well, actually, I'm gonna hold my judgment on that. Point is, we need to, yep.
I don't want to die!
Let's bite the side of the boat, and you are thrown into the water, where we can grab you, and, come on camera, by the legs, and shake it free from you. And you will bleed into the water as you float lifelessly to the surface. But we've got to eat up, and so do all the other little creatures. So this game was actually really, really cool at the time, not only for its awesome concept and gore, all kinds of creatures that, oh, look at that, we can see like your intestines hanging out and stuff. And all of it is fully animated. And now the little guys try and come to feed on a piece, or at least they will as soon as I'm gone. I don't even know where to start. Well, see, each limb on a person, and indeed every creature, is actually fully physicsed. It's its own thing. So when you bite someone, you can grab on to any point. I believe there's actually a way to target them, but I never had that kind of dexterity. The sea seeker on the ocean floor is making you hungry. Destroy it to stop your hunger from being drained. See, we are actually incentivized to behave as a predator. That green bar you see on our left is our hunger, and our health will start to drain if it gets too low. Same is true for all these guys, because there is a whole ecosystem of creatures down here. There's actually a ton of different animals in the game that all have different behaviors. Press S button to activate shark vision. Okay, I don't have time for any of that right now. I'm just kind of like blundering into tutorials because the controls are kind of difficult. But let's see what you're up to. Oh, we are rattling your cage, literally, seeing pieces fly away as we hit it, and now you're thrown clear. You are in a bad situation, buddy. And you're gonna try and get away from me. We see the bubbles fly away, but it's not gonna be enough. Where'd you go? And there you are. 2 victims in about 2 seconds. And if we hold down X or keep pressing it slowly, we can eat you whole. This game is so crazy and I love it. Oddly enough, I believe it actually shared a decent amount of development team, or at least publishers, with Echo the Dolphin. Points of interest, such as the sunken ship, appear as green squares on your sonar. I have sonar? Eat the diver in the cage. And we can see he's trying to shoot harpoons at me, but it ain't gonna work out for him. And I believe this is the event that kind of kicks off the story, because he's supposed to be... that diver's supposed to be like the son of some big oil CEO who has the money to send a whole bunch of bounty hunters out to catch the shark. But we don't care about any of that. No, we want to explore this shipwreck because this game actually has a decent amount of exploration and findables and collectibles. So, like the shark from Little Mermaid, let's try and get down here, or screw you, we're a shark. We can just kind of ram our way through and get stuck. Which we don't want to do, because one other neat feature of this is that, just like a real shark, we can't stop moving. If we hold in one place for too long, we'll actually start to lose health because we need to keep water moving over our gills to breathe. But how are we getting out of here? Well, we could always try to attack you, sir. Or just grab you straight off the deck. Look at that. Empty boat, empty cage for someone to find. Oh, select as ram, and now we can remove your cage and go to town destroying you. And that clears our path out of here, because that's how that works. Originally, this game was going to have a much more, like, environmentalist slant in its story, the idea being that you're kind of driven to do all this by pollution. But that was kind of dropped from the end, because who cares? When a victim is on the surface, tap left shift or button 6 to drag them under without being spotted. I wish I knew what button 6 was. But anyway, let's go like that. And... I think we may have been spotted because they appear to be panicking quite a bit. There we go, we've got you. And when a victim is on the surface, press and hold left shift or 6 to grab and hold them without being we saw that already. No, you don't! Okay, things might be a little bit fantastical. Although, that thing you saw before, the timer on the bottom, is how long we can remain above water without suffocating. But there you go. You know, I was a strange kid. I used to always like leaving a body for people to find. But then we can just slip back into the ocean and disappear. This is actually really, really difficult to control. I'm having a hard time with this. destroy the piers. Okay, so for that, we'll probably want to use our headbutt attack, which is select, annoyingly enough, and the beachgoers end up in the water. Slam, slam, slam. Oh yeah, screw you and all your stuff. More people in the water. Actually, you could even cut people off from going back to shore. If we go under this building, we can destroy these beams and just collapse the whole restaurant. Do you see how cool this is? Like, all the destruction of the environments as well as the people. And now we're off to destroy some more. Now you... I see you stranded there. You've actually fallen in, so you deserve to die now. You tried to swim for your life. You should have just stayed up there. You still... See, when they're bitten but not killed, they'll try to swim for the surface. So something I liked to do as a kid was drag them down and drown them. I may have had something wrong with me, but we are under attack now. Some folks with harpoons are coming to kill me, so we're gonna have to deal with them. Now I'm really, really struggling with these controls, but not as much as they're struggling. Can I not move with them in my mouth for some reason? I swear I could. Alright, but the only thing that really matters is that they die. And you, sir. Look, they'll even try to swim and get on board other boats, but it doesn't always work out for them. We can also do this game's equivalent of a glory kill, where we just kind of drag them along the surface.
Distress call on the police band said the shark sightings were in this area. Everyone keep an eye out. There it is!
And captured. Now you can upgrade your abilities. Accuracy represents Jaw's ability to successfully hit a target near or far. Power represents his ability to inflict damage. Speed represents his swimming velocity. And hunger represents his ability to function over time without eating. Health is his overall life. And we've got 33,000 points. Each of the base upgrades is 10, so we'll put it into the places where it matters. That's going to be... Oh no, I hit the wrong button. And look where they brought us, the fools. We've got some pro-shark protesters here. That's right, free me. Jaws did nothing wrong.
For the first time ever, Amity has its own great white shark on display for the tourists. This is going to draw crowds in record numbers.
Mayor, our research tank can hold the shark, but we are not prepared to display him in the showroom tank.
Nonsense! The word has already spread. Give the people what they want, Brody.
Mr. Mayor, I understand you captured a shark by the cove. Is that him? My son was killed by a shark there. Damn thing ripped right through the cage. I demand you kill that creature immediately.
Dr. Kleiner sealing us in. Wow, that's a reference I would not have gotten at the time. But it's hard to see it was anything but. And here is where we start getting into the true ridiculousness of this. Find an ID card to open the gate. This game is something else. Alright, let's do it. Huh. Well, the music is kicked in, but I actually used to think that you could crack the glass and they would all scatter and run. I swear that used to be a thing. Alright, well, we're kind of low on health and hunger. That startles the divers in the cage. Who's around? Okay, get this. This is so funny. This is so funny, you guys are gonna laugh. I just need to find somebody foolish enough to get close enough to the water. You'll do. There we go! Now we jump up, grab you, but we are not done yet. Over here, got one of these panels, and we use your ID card to open the door.
Where is it?
How funny is that? God, I'm getting wrecked. Let's break it open. Yep! Free Jaws! If you guys are really serious about your convictions, you'll support this. Yep. Come on. I gotta go for body count here. Oh, looks like I've accidentally activated shark vision. But eating you keeps me happy and healthy. Alright, let's break out the opposite window, which I cannot see through. And that's why. Oh, and now, the thing about escaping from SeaWorld, though, is that when you escape one tank, you tend to find yourself in another tank. Alright, well, what we gotta do now, seems we've given you guys enough time to run, which is fine by me. We need to break our way into this, and here those cracks will display. Oh my god, the running animation, especially on that scientist, that is so funny. Down you go. Oh, you got launched into the sign. This game is so much more of a riot than I remember. Oh no, but we gotta get moving. Oh, there's a piranha that's broken out. And they are gonna make short work of me. Smash through here. Go. 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 I haven't actually gotten to the part of the game I want to show you yet, guys. This is just funny stuff we have to do on the way. Anything else for us to eat? We're in pretty rough shape. I'm gonna have to upgrade our abilities in a second. Down to here. Put those pufferfish and octopus. Can we eat the octopus? And can we avoid getting stuck in here, please? Oh no, this is gonna kill us. There we go. I mean, this game may be ridiculous, but if you look at just the way we move and the way we behave, it's actually quite cool and faithful. Alright, we're going through here. Okay, you, Barracuda, are gonna have to stop what you're doing. Cease. There we go, we gotcha. Yeah, we need to upgrade our abilities, so let's go into here. We have 37,000 points. So right now, what we really want is just more health. Just more health. And now we've unlocked the body bomb. Charge attack out of the water and quickly push up to perform this move. So we can breach straight onto somebody's deck. For that, we're also going to want more power or speed. Let's get speed for the time being. And start breaking the doors down. Ah, there's an octopus we can eat. I bet they're chewy. Let's eat some clownfish. I wonder if eating the pufferfish actually hurts us. Let's just slam through these things. Oh yeah, we are ruining the animal show. And to be honest, knowing SeaWorld, we're really just putting them out of their misery. Come on, let's get those seals. We gotta give the people what they pay for, right? I'll be honest, because it's been several months since I played, I don't remember any of the specific controls, but who cares? Shark. Grab these license plates. Alright, now we're moving to the tougher guys. Echo the Dolphin. Oh god, they're ganging up on me. Now, I had always read that as a kid, that dolphins will actually gang up on and eliminate sharks, possibly even for fun. I've heard they're some of the biggest jerks in the ocean, even more so than sharks. But there's nothing they can do about us here. There we go. That was a Kodak moment for sure. And for the grand finale, a boss fight with none other than Shamu. This game, you guys. This game. Nope, we don't want to do that. I'm trying to remember the controls. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna charge that up, chase you down, and grab you. And look at that! All this blood in the water trailing everywhere. Nope, we want to get out of the way of the side. Nope, get away from you. You can actually put up a fight if we let you. Man, look at that huge chunk ripped out of the side. This game understood that the gore was going to be a huge part of this, and that needed to be on point. In any game, the biggest spectacle moments, or the things that people come to expect from something of the genre, that's the thing you really have to focus on getting right, even if the engine and technology of the time doesn't really permit it. And so things like the movement of the shark and the way the blood trails in the water, that all feels really ahead of its time in a lot of ways. No, oh, come on. It's very, very difficult to control on PC though. Yep. Now we gotta start taking our revenge. Oh, the trainers are in the water. You had plenty of time to get out before I noticed you. Let's start tearing you up, Shamu. And even the collectibles, like the license plates or references to the movie. Never mind, that was a Kodak moment.
There is no real threat to the safety of our vacationers or the citizens of Amity.
Clown.
I assure you that we are doing everything within our power to deal with this issue.
The mayor is absolutely correct. The threat is minimal, and we'll soon have the shark tracked and captured with the use of our Aurora 2 research vessel.
Say what you want, but Mr. Mayor, we have too much invested to be careless. Until the beast is captured, or better yet, killed, my employees will be on alert. And Brody, you better get to him before I do, if you want him alive.
The next story mission appears on both the map and the radar as a red dot. You can access the next story mission at any time. You can also re-enter completed missions to access new side challenges. And, folks, this is why I wanted to show you this game, because this is not a linear series of missions, but in fact, a wide-open sandbox. And it's my sand. Let's take your leg and watch you try to swim for the surface. And it wouldn't be Jaws, right? If we didn't let you get there. I was gonna say, and then dash your hopes by grabbing you. Did you despawn? Huh. Dun 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 dun. Look at this, we can have our fin piercing the surface, dragging you with us as we go, giving a nice show to your friends. And eating you completely, leaving a cloud of blood and viscera in the water. We got sharks sailing around, most of whom will actually just turn tail and run at the sight of us because we are the apex predator. This game may take place on Amity Island. It may even feature some of the same characters and locations, but I believe originally this was under the working title of Soul Predator, not even actually intended to be a Jaws game. But of course, you gotta have that marketability, and this was already quite niche. And look here, we have a boat passing overhead. I wonder, can we do our thing? Yep. Okay, we may need to hit that from a little lower. Yep, there we go. Okay, we just got to get some practice in. Ah, we breached right over the back, giving a terrifying show to these people. There we go, we collapsed the boat and dragged them to the depths. Where's the other one? You're gonna try and swim to the surface? We're gonna circle around and grab again. Every bit as horrifying as it should be. Look at that. I didn't care about the missions, alright? I didn't care at all. That guy before, he mentioned his employees. He's talking about the oil company that is drilling all around here. That is very much leftover from Soul Predator. Things that were going to be the main plot, sending an environmental message about the shark being driven mad by all this drilling and just essentially eco-destruction. Oh, look at that. There's a plane flying overhead. A whole bunch of fishing boats out here. Maybe we can grab somebody. Right off the back, we absolutely can. Just took his head. Wow. And this is what I would do. I would just swim around, going to all the different locations and just doing shark stuff. Sometimes I would attack boats. I would try to engineer my attacks so that it was as cinematic as possible for the people who were onlooking. And sometimes I would just be the apex predator doing what real sharks do. Swim around, eating whatever. But of course, especially back in the PS2 days, being down here below the waves while all the activity is up there, this game can have sort of a lonely feeling to it, especially once you get into deeper water. Right now, we're in very shallow areas. So let's see what happens once we start moving a little further out. Come on. Yep. This is a much bigger boat. Not gonna help them, though. Oh, look at that. They're shark fishermen actually out here looking for me. Oh, we landed on top and actually got caught there for a moment. Alright, well, let's cover some of our health. Boom, and boom. Go back after them. We're having a battle with these guys, and they have not given up. Well, they're now down a crewman. And look, we can even see or we could for a second, the harpoon sticking out of our back. Come on, we're battling against the current more than the boat itself. He keeps moving to the edge where we can't get him. Alright, well, you've won this round. Here we are. They may have been a boss fight moments ago, but these are for us, not the whale fishermen. They're actually plentiful off the coast of Amity. But now they're going to be a little less so. Let's try ramming one. That knocks you over and stuns you, and we've got you. It was always just so much fun as a kid who was so into sea life to be able to actually go around and swim with all these different creatures and see them in their habitat and kill them. Actually, I think I just saw... Yep, there's a lobster. If we get close enough, we can actually eat a lobster off the ocean floor. Alright, well, this has been fun and all. But now let's start looking at the creepy and comfy side of this, because this game being a childhood dream come true, it took me a while for it to set in just how lonely this game can feel. And, well, nowhere does it feel more lonely than in the much deeper water and in the more moody and atmospheric sections of the story levels. So let's go hunt down some of those spaces. Right now, if we have a look at the surface, we're running into some higher-end boats. You fall in? Nope, you've just gotten startled, and I am content to leave you with that story. I didn't always kill them. Honestly, forging your legend is as much about the people you leave alive as the people you destroy. Oh, look at that. We've even got a whole bunch of seals beaching up here. And we had the harbor here, but if we steer to the right a little bit, there's another place, someplace we should not really be able to go. Grand Ocassus Canals. And this is another place where something kind of goofy happens. So here we have much shallower, much murkier water. There's a weird little animal. I'm not sure what that is. We got swimmers in the canal who probably think they're safe. Not so. Come on, we've got to spot one eventually. There we go. Ow. There's just straight up, like, alligators or crocodiles in here. A great white grabbing one of these things. How often does that come about? And because this place is tucked right off to the side of a major story area and it's very small on the map, it blew my mind. I played this game for many, many hours before I found it. There we go, a treasure chest. Find all of them for a bonus. I don't think I ever found all of anything. Look at this. A sight you simply never expect to see in a place like this. And we can launch you straight up onto land somewhere, and well, you're going so far we're not going to get to see it, but you will actually splatter into giblets on impact.
Where is it?
You're going to get a little bit luckier. So that's the thing, it may be called the Canals, but tell me that's not a river. I can't help but think that the reason for the inclusion of this is so we can fulfill our bull shark fantasies, like something that can crawl up into fresh water for a time. This, I believe, is the deepest water in the game. Let's descend. There's like no light down here, a whole bunch of bioluminescent life, which I will need to feed on, thank you very much. Oh, look at that. The skeleton of a whale, or at least... yeah, that's gotta be a whale, right? But even for a whale, that seems quite huge. There we go. Now if we come down to this canyon, oh, so deep and so dark. Here we are. I don't even know if there's a story mission that takes place here. Not every environment has that. Sometimes it's just another place for you to prowl. I feel like this game is very much a product of its time, and yet so ahead of its time in other ways, because back then, I feel like a lot of games were very similar. Like, even if they had a different premise, they would generally be wrapped around a set of mechanics you had seen before. This was a game that I think would go a lot more appreciated these days, and in fact, there is something of a spiritual successor in the form of a game called Maneater, which, from what I understand, is actually even goofier than this. Oh, look at that. We've got some volcanic activity. I imagine that might hurt us if we were to touch it. With how disorienting this is, who knows what kind of stuff might be hidden down here. We can enter a first-person perspective. I died instantly. I was looking up. It didn't look like I was touching it, but okay. Okie dokie. Oh, look, there's a shipwreck down here. What is that noise? What was that noise? I've never heard that before or found this. Can we break into here, maybe? I guess not. What was that sound? Okay, well, that's gonna haunt my dreams. Is there something in this that I had never discovered? Oh, it goes even deeper here. There's another chest. Alright, I'm getting out of here. I don't know what to make of that. That weird sound we heard by that shipwreck actually is reminding me. Back when this game came out, there was actually something of an urban legend surrounding it, and to this day, I have no idea if it's true or not, but a lot of people said that you can actually find the wreck of the Orca, Quint's boat from the movie. I spent so much time looking for this thing, and I never found it. So many people claimed to know where it was, and I was never ever able to discover it. Stuff like that is... I really think that's what was great about this age of games, and really any age before it. Some call it the urban legend of Zelda, the idea that in this time before everything was right there on YouTube or in a guide, there could be things hidden in games, and stuff like that would spread through word of mouth. You would spend all this time searching for things that you had no idea if it was actually true or not. There's something so charming about an environment that allows legends to live like that. I mean, these days people would find it immediately via data mining. The stage is locked. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, that's kind of a late game place, but basically you swim really, really, well, deep down into a pit where there's some kind of mining operation. Hello? And you actually get to fight a giant squid. Dun 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 dun. Oh, these guys are just tempting fate. Oh, look, we've got squid here. Come on, nope. Gotcha. Well, I might not be able to fight the giant squid in the deep, but we can get that one. Come on. I want to do the opposite. Boom. Now that boat's going down. And you are simply without a paddle. I think I've made my point. What the heck is this? This is a weird structure that we can't seem to knock down. You're just out here at sea? I mean, you've got a unique business model, and I guess there's enough boats out here that this is basically like a highway. just love how it actually has the presence of mind for the entire sound design to change when you're underwater. A lot of the time, all you can hear is your own swishing, sometimes the muffled sounds of the creatures around you, which are probably more talkative than they should be. And sometimes you can be disturbed by the noise of a boat engine overhead. There we go. I only realized it when we were in the other part of the ocean just now, but in the area with all those subs all over the place, like, they may be draining your hunger bar as a gameplay reason to get rid of them, but believe me, the main motivation in my mind was just the noise they were making, the constant grating sounds. They're in your world and they're disturbing you. Never picked up on that as a kid, but great way to make us see a shark's perspective, huh? There's a whole lot of submarines out here as well. But, oh god, they're really shooting at us. Try and run all you want. Goodbye. Okay, let's throw that up. Ow! Oh, you're shooting torpedoes at us! I did not know you could do that. Oh, wow, there's a whole bunch of things attacking me now. Alright, well, we can actually recover some health from these schools of fish. Not much, but we can. Okay. That's how you want to play it? In the water with you. Come on. I mean, we may not be entirely hungry, but wait till you see what happens when we're just mad. Is that all for now? Have we cleared the waters? You were getting away, so not nearly enough. More of you are out here. Oh, we gave you a show, didn't we? You know, maybe it's just too early in the game, but I feel like we really should have gotten a bigger response by now. We have killed a lot of things today. There is actually a tier system for things that can come and respond to me. And maybe that was part of it. And now we've made things silent again. So that's good. Oh, but never for long. But you know what? I'm popping your boats. I'm killing your shotgunners. And I'm getting out of here, because I still have more things I want to see. Where is this? Where do I find this? Yep, here we have Cable Junction. It's not much to look at in this game, but this was actually the site of the climax of Jaws 2. Now, I don't really particularly care for any Jaws but the first one. However, I will say that 2 and 3 are kind of fun, and 4 is, well, stupid fun. Oh, what are these? Oh, are these elephant seals? Well, they're tasty, and they look like Alf. I don't know why I said that like those ideas are connected. Actually, I really did like Jaws as a kid, but at the time, it was on a very shallow level. It was pretty much just, oh yeah, shark movie. But I actually had the opportunity to rewatch it just the other day, and I have such a greater appreciation for that movie and its themes and characters. Boom. In particular, Quinn. Because watching it now, like, I always thought he was just like some old kook who was good at what he did, but just like was totally insane. Seeing it now, he actually comes off as such a nicely complex character where he acts so confident, but it's so clear that he is panicking the entire time. like all of this is just him being confronted with his absolute worst fears, and in the end, like, he goes out in the one way he never ever wanted to. God, look at all this blood and shum and death in the water here. Guys, I'm thinking it might be too early, but I'm trying to trigger the larger response. Yeah, it might be because I've only finished the first level. Maybe it doesn't happen this early.
Get away! Help me! Shark!
Do you just see that guy combat roll? Oh, what, who?
I gotta get away!
I mean, here I was thinking I could leap up and grab somebody off the beach. That was something different.
Help me! Shark!
Okay, well, I know for a fact that you can, but you guys are all, like, just animated sprites, I'm pretty sure. God, imagine being on the beach and you see a great white leap up out of the water and try to grab someone, and then when it doesn't succeed, it just sort of shimmies its way back down. And then you see it try the same thing again a minute later, down on the other side. The dolphins flee, the boats flee, the fish flee. The great white rolls through town, everything knows to stay away. And it's just such big wish fulfillment in that way. Those that don't see us don't know, but they will. I think he died from that thing coming apart. Oh, if I remember rightly, there's actually something a little creepy over here, too. Fisherman's Isle, yes. Right here, there's just a permanent giant whale carcass that we compete with other sharks for and just take bites out of. Left to their own devices, they'll all just kind of hang around and nibble at it. But we want the big pieces. And, you know, we can take bites. It's not here for any reason. There's no story mission that takes place here. It's just another one of those ways where if what you really want is to just swim around, being a shark, doing shark stuff, this game's got you covered. It's gotta be a real uphill battle to make an interesting game where the protagonist is a great white shark, right? I mean, it's not like they can have any interesting motivations or character traits. I mean, the only thing a shark does is eat, swim, and make little sharks. I was reading on Wikipedia that there are something like 3,000 to 5,000 great white sharks in the oceans. And that doesn't sound like a whole lot, especially compared to all these other creatures that must have like billions or trillions of individuals. But I mean, look at how many of those individuals have to go to sustain even one of these things. And that's when you realize that great whites are one of the ocean's boss fights. You're not even safe on land. Here I am just returning to the tutorial area because this game does allow you to return to areas you've already beaten and explore. Just another way, it really leans into the free roam and understands what its audience is here for. Now, can we make another run on that beach? Oh yeah, I think we'll do much more damage this time. You were so close. So close. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of... Wait, let's wait. Let's be an absolutely cruel hand of fate.
Where is it?
Some cruel jaws, if you will.
I think it's dead.
You were out of the water. And now you're the farthest you could possibly be. It's just so much more clear to me now that I've rewatched the movie and really gotten to see why it scared people so much. That it's kind of spooky to be on the other side of it. Even the sound mixing in this game is so, like, It's like there was an attempt to be really realistic, but because of the era it's from, it just comes off so janky. Maybe there's also some weirdness in the port. This is a huge challenge to record. And now I'm recording this last bit in March 2025. I just felt like it needed a little something more, and that will be the mission, The Dead of Night. We're gonna see some darkness in this game.
Mayor, our research clearly indicates the subsonic frequencies used by Shaw's underwater seeker machines are having a dramatic effect on the local shark population. It's causing them to approach human settlements and to become increasingly more violent.
Listen, Brody, I don't know what they taught you in those institutions where you studied, but you're beginning to sound like your dad. You're crying wolf. Environ Plus is bringing in millions to our community. The machines stay. The Amity Shark Tournament begins tomorrow, and odds are they will catch the shark before anything else happens.
Crying wolf? You mean that guy who was right twice? Find a way through the netting. Well, at least they're taking some proactive measures. Which is me when I eliminate this mini-sub drone. Okay. Oh, I guess it's electrified underwater netting. Is that a thing? Is that real? Anyway, we can ditch that. Take out this submarine. Because we are smarter than the average shark, I tell you what. There we go. Now, I feel like I owe you guys an explanation because this video has been a long time coming. It's been on the games I'll play in the near future list since forever. Oh, you found a tin can. There are 4 cans hidden in each of the story locations. Collect the full set from each location to unlock a scene from the Jaws film. Okay. I remember laughing at that because I would play this like literally with a copy of Jaws sitting on top of the PS2. But anyway, this is probably the longest turnaround for a video, partly because it's just such a huge pain to record, but also because I first recorded this in like June of 2024, and then I recorded some more in September, and I felt like something was missing, so now I'm recording more again in March 2025. So how are we getting through this net now that it's no longer owified? We can charge up, no? There we go, we can just slam our head through it. And look at that, we can actually kind of deform in real time. In we go, sneak up on the swimmers. It'll be easier without all the undersea security present. Look at that, we've got all kinds of creatures here. Seals and sea turtles. We can hear the sound of the music playing on the beach, but also, I just saw a fire burning up there. Is that a bonfire, or is there something going on? Remember what I said about feeling like secondhand creeped out from being the predator? That feeling is amplified at night. Now, just think, this game has ambient lighting, but in real life you wouldn't be able to see a thing out here. And, well, at night and at dusk is when sharks tend to feed. Darwin? Darwin, I don't remember you being here. What are you doing? A human skeleton. You've received 3,000 points. Oh, but when I find a human skeleton, all I get is interrogated by the police. Right there, under the chemical dump site, too. And people swim in this? Destroy the partygoers' boats. Okay, I guess we're forgetting about the swimmers. Let's go after them. Oh! Partygoers? You got shotguns! Oh, never mind, I just saw the flag on the back of your boat. Understandable, carry on. It is close to the 4th of July, too. Yep. That is kind of strange for Martha's Vineyard, though, isn't it? Oh, and here comes the police. I guess they had some presence of mind to be ready for this eventuality. Not that it matters. And if you're a small-town cop, this is probably not how you envisioned going out, huh? Wait, how do I... I don't remember how to get rid of the shark vision. Oh, it's S. S for vision. Whoa! I checked my health right after that and found out, nope, you just got red misted. These boats are incredibly fragile. Let's just use them to top off on health. Now, see, if you had shot a photo instead of buckshot, that would have been a memorable moment for you. Instead, you're never going to remember anything again. These controls are so awkward. I keep accidentally launching people into the air. I remember I used to make a game out of tossing them up and grabbing them on the way down. Let's see some of that gore. I like to imagine this from the perspective of things washing up on the beach. You know, this game hits so much differently now that I played Carrion.
Where is it?
Imagine the perspective of that cop piloting that boat, just moving forward, shining his spotlight into the dark, and suddenly a shark head the size of the boat just rears itself in his window. And suddenly you're sinking.
Get away!
Oh, some beachgoers have taken it upon themselves to start dumping explosive barrels and trying to blow them up. What kind of bizarro universe did PS2 games take place in where we're just supposed to accept this stuff at face value? Somebody up there on the tower as well. Can we do anything about you? Seems that we can. Oh, they've got divers in the water as well. You know, you guys look a lot like the divers from that old Flash game, Mad Shark. I wonder if it wasn't a direct homage. Oh wow, they're actually really doing a number on us, and they're keeping the flashlight on us. One more tin can. Okay, we need to restore our health. There we are. You're dumping a bunch down at a time and then setting them all off at once in a chain reaction, unless we manage to grab one. I remember spending a long time trying to figure out what I was supposed to do. Even as a kid, I was like, there's no way they expect me to. They did. They did. Wait. Okay, so by pressing space, I can toss that out, but I don't have a lot of power. There we go. There's the last of those tin cans. Now, if I just... That didn't do anything. Huh. Why is that not working? Ooh, what's down here? Another license plate. Just a little canyon for us to hide in. That's actually useful for when we need to get away from the explosions. I wonder if this level was placed early on just to be like, yep, this is what the game is going to feel like when dexterity is required. Oh my god, how am I supposed to hit this thing? Do I have the points for more abilities? Let's increase our power. And now we've unlocked Corkscrew Attack. Once Charge Attack and Tail Whip are fully charged, release the Charge Attack first, and then Tail Whip to perform a corkscrew. Wait, what does that look like? We are a very talented shark. Honestly, we're kind of wasted on things like this. But I guess pro-environmentalism is our passion. There we go, we've unlocked a Jaws movie clip. As if I care. Dude, I don't know how I'm gonna hit this thing. You just toss it on go, there's no charging up. There we go, finally. There we are, riding off into the sunrise. Or swimming off. Either way, imagine the press for this company when it's revealed that a shark did this. Yes, I would like to save my progress. This needs to be written down in history. Ooh, now we have power tail whip. Feel your tail whip and then bite and hold a victim. Release the victim first and then quickly release the tail whip. Okay, well obviously we're gonna go try that. Hang on, let's find a tourist. You look tasty. So we needed to charge the tail whip, grab the dude, first release the dude, and then... No? Whoa! Well, I don't know why that happened, but it sure did. Yeah, let's try it on some more things. Doesn't seem to work on you guys. And let's attempt a corkscrew attack on a boat. You guys deserve to survive that, because it would honestly be a shame if you didn't live long enough to be bewildered. You guys were just sailing along, happily enjoying your time out, and your boat spontaneously combusted. I've always hated these ghost ships, these low LOD models that kinda dude around in the distance, but they fade away when you approach. You can't actually chase something down from that far.
I think he's dead!
Alright, fully charge up tail whip, bring you down. Let go, and tail whip. Oh wait, what if we do it a bit closer to the surface? By the way, I love how I'm just massacring people for fun, and all this is going on. I've killed like hundreds at this point, and the response is just kind of whatever. Brutal. Kaboom! These guys aren't even ending up in the water, they're just vaporizing. Let's see what mission awaits us now. Hunted. Well, that just seems reckless.
What's going on with all the searchlights?
Don't know. Some corporate guy is nervous. But this should be an easy competition. Sludgy water should slow them all down.
You think we'll catch that big one from the aquarium?
Don't see why not. We got the right bait and the net's big enough.
Oh, the right bait is here, all right. Evade the fishing tournament boats and gain access to the docks. I had never appreciated how great these night missions are. Let's creep up and Far Cry this thing. God, Far Cry Shark Edition. It's easy to laugh at how ridiculous these scenarios are, but I just really can't shake how awesome it is to be the predator in this way. They're dumping shark corpses overboard, put blood in the water. Just seeing all these responses to the things you've been doing, because I think one of the best ways to portray a villain is not even through their own actions, but through how other characters react to their presence. Looks like they got some electrified stuff as well. Yes, losing power causes that to happen. Why do they even need to run these cables through the water again? But there must be some more around. Or maybe we've just made it a bit easier to evade them. I'm telling you, this shark has a lot of technical knowledge. Oh, right there. destroy the toxic barge. So imagine us teaming up with the Toxic Avenger. I feel like that would be the sequel America needs. Sequel to which one? Who knows? Start of a universe, maybe. Ooh, there's some barrels here. Which means it looks like we're back to throwing again. There's a boat right there. I don't know if that actually worked on you or not. Oh, we can slide underneath right here. Which is good, because it doesn't really look like we can make our own holes, although it is messing up. Somehow they can see us, and whoa! That's a brand new type of sub. Ooh, it's manned, that's why. Well, it was. Poor dude inside just got vaporized. Okay. Let's find ourselves some more barrels. There we go. Come on. These controls are ridiculous. Okay, here you guys go! Look at those dudes. Didn't like that. Can we... Is it gonna respawn those barrels? Doesn't seem so. And the indicator won't go away, so do we have limited attempts to do this? We can probably also swim through the pipe, and there we can find another one of those canisters. Still, they are stepping up their efforts. Which means so do we. Nope, here they come. They're firing like mini torpedoes at us. How are they getting the approval to do any of this? Still, the more they try and destroy the environment to get ahead of me, the more opportunities I have to ruin them. So that's how sharks survived the Great Extinction. As it turns out, sharks have the most skin in the game, or I guess denticles in the game, so they have a lot of effectiveness as eco-terrorists. Not even a cutscene where they talk about what just happened. You know, they're all embarrassed into shame and silence. There are some later levels that get a little weird and creepy that I'd like to show you, however, I think fundamentally you get the idea now. So that was Jaws Unleashed, probably the most anticipated game of my childhood by far, right alongside games like Destroy All Humans and Stubbs the Zombie. And you know, I think I'm starting to see a pattern there. Not only that they're games where you play as the villain, which was a much more novel concept back then, but also because you play as something different. You know, here you're a shark being able to go around just being a predator in free roam, Stubbs the Zombie allowing us to convert followers to our undead horde, and Destroy All Humans having to blend in with society and kind of move in the shadows, only occasionally popping out to wreak massive havoc. When I was 10, I probably would have just told you that I like these games because I like having license to rampage, and that certainly would have been true. But I think it was also the earliest time I recognized that games can allow you to experience different perspectives, to do different things, and therefore become a different person. It's almost like play acting in a way. Any game can be a role-playing game if you're given enough opportunity for expression, especially a game that allows you to play as someone you wouldn't normally be able to. And how spoiled we've been for the past decade or so by games, huh? I mean, especially with the rise of self-published indie games, we've really got, like, something for everyone. Every type of experience is out there, and there's more being added all the time. It is a really great time for games, and I think in some ways, stuff like this was ahead of its time. Although I suppose we do have Maneater now, It's a shame what happened to Possession. We need more games where you play as zombies. That's what I'm thinking. But maybe that'll be something for the future. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. You'll live having never known. It's fun to play God.